So I've been searching for my own personal slice of Chicago, and I think it might be here in Logan Square. This place is so hip. Trendy bars on every corner, cool coffee shops. I'm about to go in and get on this action.
As they say, business in the front, party in the back.
One thing that I'm really in love with about the neighborhood is all of the small independently owned businesses that are opening. A lot of them are women owned, and so we just get together. It's just a good, everyone recommends one another, everyone really supports one another.
Why Logan Square?
Because it's a beautiful neighborhood, and it's a growing neighborhood. And it's filled with families and young professionals, and it's a nice mix of just everything. So
you created a special Logan Square.
we did.
Start with saying your name and how long you've lived here.
Okay, my name is Fernando Nieves, and I've been living here for 43 years.
Yeah, two again. Two every shot. Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. They gave you a pair.
I've been here 43 years. And my dad and uncle has been here. They had it 33 years before me.
Oh, shoebox. Yeah, this is for my car. I was born here in Chicago in 1954. My parents, they arrived here in 1952 from Puerto Rico, looking for a better life. You know, there were jobs available here. The first Puerto Ricans arriving from Puerto Rico, the point of entry was Lincoln Park. I left Lincoln Park when I got married in 1978. I got married with Carmen. I met her in high school. As a matter of fact, her brother was in one of my rooms. So that's how I met my wife. And we're still together. Yeah, we're still here. This is what I worked on for many years, lift trucks.
What's the community you like when you first moved here?
It was nice, it was quiet, it was changing. I would say there were a lot of Polish people. The original people that owned the homes in the area. They were more Polish.
It used to be. It was kind of a mixture, but it was. It seems like it was Polish and American people throughout the neighborhood.
I knew some of them. I knew most of them. They're very nice people. Most of the older people that I knew, but you know, they've all gone, passed.
Later on, the Spanish moved in. Slowly, for some reason or another, the Polish people moved further down Milwaukee Avenue, and they're still there. When people moved in, unfortunately, someone moved out. A lot of times it's some of your friends, but they moved on in life. But no, I think everybody that moved in was welcome.
Hispanics were moving in pretty much. We had Mexican, Puerto Ricans, Central Americans living in the area pretty much. Those were the newcomers to the area in Logan Square.
Different stages in this neighborhood. What ethnic group moved in?
It was all Spanish, you know. It was very nice. My whole block was Spanish. They were just hardworking people.
Logan Square, you know, in the 80s was a predominantly working class, majority Latino neighborhood. And it was a place for immigrants to land, you know, after coming to Chicago from places like Mexico and other Latin American countries.
It was gang infested, you know, pretty wild.
As if the youngsters growing up in the older and poorer parts of America's cities didn't have enough problems, many of them have to grow up scared. They are in fear for their lives, literally, because of gang violence. Bill Schechner, who reports on the young for the NBC News program Main Street, has a report tonight from the urban battleground.
Everybody like around here, like most of the youth around here just knows each other, and everybody knows like who each other is. And that's why we're not cautious around here, because we always just hang out and have fun.
I knew gang members. They would come and go. I never had any problems with any of them. I would treat them like people. Hello. What are you guys up to? How are you guys doing? What's up? The gang members that were in the area were mostly Hispanic.
I wake up and I say, help me, God, in this day, because I don't know what's going to happen to me. If something happens to me and I cannot handle it.
And breaking right now, a deadly shooting in Logan Square. Our nonstop news crew arrived on the scene here in Milwaukee just minutes after it happened around 4 a.m. Now we're getting this new information. This is fatal. You can see crime scene tape. Chicago police vehicles blocking this area right outside.
Got a car shot up at 2754 North Milwaukee. Caller heard 5 shots and the car window was shot. White Volkswagen Passat she was driving.
Most of them are all gone. They're either, incarcerated or dead. But that's all changed now. This is all high-end, property values are sky high, taxes are high, everything is,
As time went on, the neighborhood started gentrifying, and more white, affluent people started moving into the neighborhood.
Yuppies, let's put it that way, yuppies moving into the area, buying up homes, buying up properties. Or developers, developers were buying them, or the builders, the ones that build the houses.
A lot of the Latino-owned businesses closed, and businesses that people had come to rely on, these immigrants that moved there in the 80s. A lot of businesses catering to, more affluent white millennials started replacing those businesses.
Someone moves, they gut the whole house, gut it or knock it down and build a new house. That's the way things go, I guess.
Well, the city loves it. They build those $1 million condos and they charge them, what, $10,000, $11,000 a year in taxes?
Oh, if not more.
And what that does is it keeps low income out. These changes that are happening in these neighborhoods. I mean, there's a good side to it, and then there's a bad side. They talk about affordable housing, and there's no such thing as that.
In an apartment building right next door to mine, an apartment is for rent for $1,500, almost double of what it was just 2 years ago. Who thinks that's affordable?
Tell them about your taxes going sky high around here.
Yeah, that's not.
Because of our great mayor.
And great mayor. And when I bought this building, my taxes were $1,200 a year. Now they're $20,000 a year.
It's so expensive living here, it's crazy. I want out. I've had enough.
Change always happens, and sometimes it goes in fits and starts. And some people could say that neighborhoods were stagnant for so long, people weren't taking care of them. And some people would say that the gentrification process, while it could have a negative impact on people with regard to, rents and the ability to stay there and things like that, there's also the other side of that says, you know what, this is now a vibrant area that people are now taking pride in ownership there.
So today, the neighborhood, is home to a lot of award-winning restaurants and bars and a lot of luxury housing.
The increase in costs and things are, in a way, justified.
If you don't have the money, you're not going to get into Logan Square. Logan Square is a hot commodity.
Change is always a good thing, especially positive change. And I think there's far more positives that have come out of this than anybody could ever imagine negatives.
I bought this place for $21,500.
Do you have any idea how much you'd be able to sell this place for?
Close to 500,000. $500,000. I see it both ways. I see it as a positive thing, but then like you say, it's bad for the people because, they're getting moved out. We're getting pushed out, but we've had our time.
Oh, so far away. I fell in love with you before the second show. Your guitar, it sounds